Happy New Year, YouTube. It's another year down and the Willys isn't finished yet. Right side is Nova started right up after sitting for months. So what we have here, some new front wheels. Don't worry, I need an alignment. They fit the fender pretty well and don't rub, so that's a bonus. These are off of I think late 90s Range Rover. These Mondial wheels, they're real nice looking. These are just the street tires. I wouldn't, send it up the track with these things, as they literally weigh 100 pounds a piece. They're 18s, and they fit pretty nicely. Don't mind that wire under there. I'll address that in a second. So yeah, they fit real nice. And since the rear wheels, that's not the final rear wheels that are staying on this thing. Maybe I'll drop a little hint in this video of what it's going to get. But either way, they look pretty nice. So, a couple things going on here. The power steering. So, this situation, the high pressure line right here and the low pressure line. I bought some adapters for the rack, and I'm switching it over to like a 2001 to 2005 MR2 electric pump. So I'll end up making a bracket and having it sit like somewhere in this general area. I got a 1 foot AN line, AN6, and then the return line low pressure I'll just pop it into the top. Should work out pretty well. It's a pretty light front end in this thing. I can move the steering wheel real easily. It's not flexing on anything when I go to turn this, but whatever, why not have all the creature comforts and not hack it, right? The rack is brand new, so might as well roll with it. So today what I'm going to do is, I don't know if I went over this in another video, the guy who put the engine together did a real nice job, but forgot a couple of things. So around the coolant ports, didn't put any type of gasket maker. So there's a trickle that drops out of the heads, off the top of the intake, down the head and down the front of the motor. While I'm at it, I'm going to end up pulling the bolts out of the water pump, the long bolts that go into the jacket. That should tell me if he put silicone or any type of thread sealant on that, because that needs it. And this thing needs an oil change anyway. So, as far as me doing the crank, bearings, clearances, setting the cam up, everything else in this motor, I didn't do that because, I can't. That guy did it. I should have had him leave the intake off and just do everything else. It wasn't like a big deal. So it's not like the head studs need to come out or anything like that. So all that stuff's good. I went over that with a torque wrench and he torqued those nice. He even torqued the intake nice, but the clearances on this thing, in a perfect world, you probably wouldn't need to put any gasket maker on there, but this is just how it is. So I'm probably gonna do a time lapse, see how much daylight I have here. Time lapse of pulling the intake off. I have a new booster on its way too. That booster, I don't know, there's something hanging up. So I got a new linkage for the pedal and the booster, but that's not this video and it's not gonna be here anytime soon. So either way, might just have to jump into this, see if I can remember how to put this thing on time lapse. So enjoy the show. Okay, time for the big reveal. See what we got here. Oh, by the way, snap on those magnetic socket trays. Great for when you want to work on stuff. So come on in for a it's leaking from the front here. Very little. Put a little RTV on the face where the intake is, most likely, and nothing on the back side, just a dip in the corner. So this is where it was leaking out. Yeah, not even stuck. So the intent was there, but you know, adjust the lash on that one. Everything else seems good. That wasn't really seated that great, but you know. Okay, so we got a screen up here. I'm just trying to do a little inspection. Everything looks pretty good. I was expecting to see a couple little pieces of garbage in there. Because that's part of the block, that's not metal. The EGR right there, definitely not ideal, so I'm going to be plugging that up. You can see just sitting and sitting. Time for a good oil change on this thing anyway, so we'll give it a good flush. Let me get my phone and get a light on this thing. Looks pretty good. Some screens in there to catch any debris. Everything looks like it should. Backs of some bells. So I have a new gasket. I'm gonna just wipe this thing out real quick and then seal it up for the night, and then tomorrow I'll throw the new intake gasket on and do some cleaning over here. My old turbo drain was leaking, so I went to a stock style one, straighten that out. But well, either way, that should wrap this video up. So hope you guys enjoyed this quick little recap and maintenance issues. But yeah, stay tuned. Next video will be coming up very soon. All right, see ya.